And so guys, again, this is your coach, friendly neighborhood common sense coach, Coach Tony Agudo. And ang gagawin naman natin ngayon ay yung turmeric milk. Okay, so tawag nila dito in India, they call it the golden milk. So, what do we do with this? So, again, these are my simple tools and ingredients. So, this is a 600 ml mason jar because ginagamit ko yung may measurements. This my meal is actually this. I shared this in another video where I made like the mixture for my meal replacement formula. Okay, that's been a big help for my recovery. Of course, milk, 2 types. So because konti na lang ito, so we're going to be mixing this with water. So the usual ratio for golden milk is about 40% clean water or filtered water, and then 60% milk. Okay, so that's what I've been seeing in terms of the basic recipe. And then so this is like I think this is still kulang. So it's supposed to fit a 1.4 liter jar that but it's of course it can be less. And ang gagawin ko na lang is that I'm just gonna eyeball it, okay, and show you what is the basic in creating turmeric milk. Turmeric is very good for your body. You can research that all over, and turmeric is very good. But for you to be able to absorb turmeric, you have to have piperine, which comes from black pepper. So my ingredients are, this is a black pepper, and my turmeric is somewhere here. Where are you, Mr. Turmeric? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the thing is, when you mix turmeric, this is my turmeric. Okay, so it comes in my chlorophyll bottle. So anyway, I'm waiting for the, so it's hot now. The again, similar when you make I was making the what you call this, yogurt earlier. So it's very similar to that. You don't let the milk burn. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cover on the side, and then I've got the milk here, the extra milk to make extra for this. So this is already hot water, and I'm gonna put in the milk in this, and I'm gonna mix it with the water. And the milk, kulang pa yan, ano? So we're gonna put some more water. Okay. So what we're going to do is that I'm going to heat it again since the milk is cold. Okay, tapos ilalagay ko siya sa temperature that it's just going to simmer. Again, similar to the way that we did the So that's 600 ml and about 400 or 300 ml of liquid milk. So kulang pa siya. So I wanna like have another maybe 300 from this. So this is about 400 ml of water, so I'm gonna eyeball it. So it's a little bit simmering now. And then this is so diluted with water. So this is the point where I would add milk, powdered milk. So this is the powdered milk. And I'm gonna put it in a consistency, and I'm gonna taste it a little bit so that it's not really, doesn't have that super milky taste. Okay, that's about 3. That's about for, I think one of this is about good for about 200 ml. So I'm just going to like put 4 there and then taste it. Looks good naman. And if it still tastes like it needs more milk, powdered milk, I'm gonna add some more. So turned on the heat again. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste it, but not directly on this. So I'm gonna have another what do you call this? Spoon, and this is the one that's going to go into my mouth so that I don't contaminate this spoon that is the one I'm using for stirring this. Okay? So I'm gonna taste kung okay na, if the milky taste is just right. So it's not supposed to taste super milky. It's supposed to taste like diluted milk. I would still prefer to have more milk with it because I like my golden milk to be a little bit more creamier. So maybe I'm gonna add 3 more. So it's actually more economical to use powdered milk for this, especially if you want your golden milk to be creamy. So we're already at that point when the milk is starting to boil because the cream is going to the top. So I'm going to reduce the heat so that I don't burn the milk. So I turned it off for a bit because earlier when I was doing the yogurt, I kind of burned some of the milk. So the color of the milk was a little bit, a little bit yellowish, yellow-brown. Just a little bit. So it wasn't really white. The milk wasn't white. But it's okay, I mean, when they make it in India, I'm pretty sure they don't pay too much attention to that. So again, we're gonna taste kung tama na yung creaminess niya. I'm gonna again put some milk on this. Sorry, it's getting there, but again, I still want to have more creaminess in my golden milk. So let it simmer for a bit while as I add about 2 more scoops. So I think that's just about it. So when the milk and water mixture is a little bit hot na, I'm gonna add turmeric, and you will see how golden it is. Okay, it's gonna turn really yellow. So I just basically eyeball it. So more or less the mixture should be around a teaspoon per cup, more or less. So it's really going to be really kind of yellowish, turmeric yellowish color. So you don't have to burn the milk. You don't have to really boil it too much. So nakikita ko na yung nagki-cream siya. So that means mainit na siya talaga. Anything too much than that and it's going to burn already. So again, put the milk here, taste it again. Okay, that's it. It tastes like diluted milk. I'll tell you that flavor of it. It tastes like milk that a little bit of water has been added to it. Okay, but there's still the milky taste. Hindi yung sobrang labnaw na, no? So, mainit na siya. So, I don't wanna hurt the milk too much. So, we're gonna put turmeric into it. So, okay. With this quantity, okay yan. Maglagay ako siguro kahit 3 muna. And then, eyeball it. Because I really, turmeric's really good for you. It's good for your whole body. It's great with inflammation. Well, there you go. There's a good color there. It's not that light. So it's really golden now. Okay, and there's still some turmeric that hasn't melted. So, pagkatapos mo nito, there will still be dregs sa ilalim, may mga lakak kaya. So So there you go. I'm going to turn on the heat again a little bit because I just reintroduced something cold. So okay na ako dito sa color na to. This is good for me. I don't need to add any more of this. So it's your preference because turmeric is a little bit bitter rin, ano? So what I do, pag medyo nawawala na yung lasa ng milky creaminess and sugar, ayan, medyo nag-aano na siya. So I'm going to reduce the heat. I'm gonna kill the heat. And okay na yan. So, yeah. Okay na ako sa turmeric. And then, I'm gonna put about just a few squeezes or turns of the black pepper. Because, turmeric is not really something that's readily absorbed by our human body, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay na yan. Turmeric is not readily, so you can see the oils of the pepper mixing along. So, it doesn't mix, or it doesn't, the curcumin of turmeric, the active ingredient of turmeric, is not easily absorbable by the body, but it is drastically improved. The absorption is 200 or 2,000 times improved by the presence of piperine. Parang na-enhance yung absorption by a huge margin. So, the thing is, di ba nakikita nyo ang daming mga Indians na very brilliant. They're very good with using their brains, di ba? They're like mga NASA scientists, mga guru-guru, mga ganyan. And a lot of them attribute that, the spices that they take in, especially turmeric, they have a lot of this in their curries. And there are some studies that kind of support that claim. So, nalagay na natin yung pepper. So, the only thing remaining is the cinnamon, okay, which I'm gonna put now. What I have with me is I ordered it specifically. It's a Frontier Co-op Ceylon cinnamon because yung cassia cinnamon, it's not in huge amounts. It's not good for you yung cassia cinnamon. So there, you learned that it's not just you just don't buy cinnamon and use a lot of it, because the cassia cinnamon has a lot of toxic compounds as compared to the Ceylon cinnamon. So you wanna get the Ceylon cinnamon, okay? So, yan, malakas ako sa cinnamon. So, I'm surprised. So, every time I take this kasi, I add pa some more. So, this is also good for you, cinnamon, and it's also delicious. Yan. So, marami siya. I have to order this again. Mukhang it's not gonna last me another 2 months. So I put the cinnamon, a little bit of it in my coffee. I put a little bit of it in my milk, in my protein drink, because cinnamon helps with blood sugar. It helps regulate blood sugar. Alright, saka marami pa siya, of course, antioxidants, and it's also got that antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal property. So it's really, again, these are traditional medicines, or they've been using these spices as medicines in the olden times. So anyway, okay, again, yan na, nakita nyo na. So anyway, the thing is right now, with the temperature of this, it's easy to add and melt the honey. So I'm gonna be melting about 3 tablespoons of honey here because I don't like it to be too sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off because it's kind of hot na. So how do I do it? So honey is a little bit viscous, so it's hard to so I just maintain it on this level, and then I mix it Just let it drip a little bit, because what's going to happen, since it's hot, the honey easily evacuates the spoon. So I can pour another one, because if you let it sit, it's gonna take a little bit longer to fill your tablespoon. It's just a technique of mine. So here you go, 2 tablespoons more or less, and then another one. Okay, so that's gonna continue to drip. So not exactly. Okay, so what I do is I use the non-wet portion of the spoon to, and then I'm gonna use my finger later to, to make sure it doesn't drip along the side. There, we're done. So if I need more sweetness from this, because when I take this, I use about half a cup or less than half a cup of the milk, and then I heat it in the microwave, and then I put in some more cinnamon, and to sweeten it I use stevia. So that's it, guys. This is golden milk. I will be letting this cool for now, okay, and then I'm gonna be putting it in a glass bottle and put it in the fridge. So that's it. That's how easy you make golden milk. So very, very good for you. Very, very good for your body. Bye-bye for now.